Welcome to Choice Lending Corp presents the Mortgage Information Series. Today we will discuss the mortgage timeline. 4 topics will be covered: the application, loan processing, underwriting, and the closing. So let's start with the application. The application is usually taken after your offer to purchase a property has been accepted. You have probably already spoken with your Choice Lending mortgage consultant during the pre-qualification process, and much of the preliminary documentation is already in place. Once your offer is accepted, it is best to contact your mortgage consultant immediately. Your contract to purchase has a specific time limit, and every day will count towards getting your loan closed on time. You will be asked to provide updated documentation depending upon how much time has passed between your pre-qualification and the acceptance of your offer. Items such as your paycheck stubs and bank statements must be updated in order to submit your loan. In most instances, you will make an appointment to meet with your mortgage consultant to sign your application and all disclosures. With the modern age, however, comes the ability to transmit documents electronically between parties to expedite the transaction. At Choice Lending, we strive to meet your needs with every modern convenience. We believe that service comes first, and for this video we will assume a more personal approach will require a face-to-face meeting. Signing the application and disclosures can be intimidating, so we encourage you to ask questions and be fully engaged in the process. Of particular interest will be the good faith estimate and the truth in lending forms. These documents outline your cost for the loan and the mortgage repayment terms. It is always in your best interest to understand what terms your loan program will entail. Now that the application is complete, your loan will be sent to the loan processing department. Their job is to prepare your loan for submission to underwriting by organizing and verifying the documents you have submitted. They will order your appraisal and all verifications. Unless otherwise requested, Choice Lending will order your appraisal immediately upon opening your loan to get the fastest delivery possible. The appraisal can take from 3 to 5 days, maybe longer, depending on the complexity of the request. There are many verifications that will be requested by processing, some of which are employment, taxes, and bank deposits. It will take some time for these requests to be returned, which is why we order them right away. The processing department will then review the loan and generate a loan program needs list. Depending on which program you have applied for, there may be additional documentation required. The escrow instructions and preliminary title report will also be reviewed by processing at this time. Please watch the definition of terms at the end of this video for more information. Once all the requested documentation has been sent to processing, including the appraisal, escrow, and title reports, your loan will be prepared for submission to underwriting for approval. So just what is underwriting? Underwriting is the process of verifying that the requested loan, the borrower, the property, and the documentation all meet the requirements of the lender for the program requested. The underwriter will examine the credit and income of the borrower to determine the ability and willingness to repay the loan. They will review the appraisal to determine the value and condition of the property. The title is examined to ensure the proper lien position is obtained by the lender. The identification of the borrowers and property owners is verified. The underwriting process has been put in place to help protect all of the parties involved in the transaction. Simply put, the underwriter will look at your qualifications, the property, and the program guidelines to determine that all requirements are met. Once your loan is approved, The underwriting department may have other documentation which is required to satisfy the loan program requirements. Also at this time, if you haven't already deposited the funds required for the down payment and closing cost, you will be asked to do so. A prior to document and prior to funding condition list will then be issued. In California, this list is divided in two. However, in some states, this list must be completed at one time to facilitate your closing. We will proceed with a California closing. Once your prior to document list is complete, docs are drawn and your signing appointment will be made. Document signing can be done either at escrow or a location agreed upon with your mortgage consultant through the use of a mobile notary. Once your docs are signed, the lender and escrow will verify that all documentation is complete and accurate. The funds you are borrowing from the bank for your purchase will then be wired to escrow or title, depending on who the holding company is. Then the deed will be transferred from the previous owner into your name and recorded by title. Once the deed is recorded, congratulations, the home is yours. So let's explain some of the terms used in this video. Escrow. Simply defined, an escrow is a deposit of funds, a deed, or other instrument by one party for the delivery to another party upon completion of a particular condition or event. In other words, escrow functions as a go-between to make sure every detail of the contract is adhered to according to the law. Title report. The title report is a written description of the property to be transferred, the owners of that property and exceptions to their ownership. The title report will let you know if there are any conditions that will affect your functional or economic use of the property. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions or would like more information, call toll-free 877-777-1203 or visit us on the web at www.clg1.net. And remember, Choice Lending Corp is the right choice every time.